Where am I?
In the village.
What do you want?
That would be telling. We want information. Information. Information.
All right, mate. Don't get overexcited. Who are you, anyway?
The new number 2.
All right, bag sign number 1.
You are number 6.
No, if I'm not number 1, right, I ain't going to be in the gang. Oh. What a palaver. Should have had a clip on that balloon, mate. I can't believe I'm back here. Because remember, I used to be the prisoner in this village, right? But the place used to really wind me up. Because, you know, the score, all these people, right, they're all like retired spies from all over the world. But I was the only one who could escape. Because everyone else, they just stand around whining and, oh, we're frightened. If we try and get away, the big balloon will come and get us. But I just go down, burst it, swim across the bay, jump on a bus. I was away. I remember when I was out of here, I made that other programme, In Bed With Medinner. It was brilliant. Everyone loved it, except apparently in certain poorer parts of the world, like South America, Central Africa, Wales, I ain't got no tellies. So what's happened is all my mates in like United Nations, NATO, World Health Organisation, UNICEF, Partridge Family, they've all got together and said, here, Millsy, do us a favour, sling the best of it out on a video. So that's what I've done. So we're going to start with a bit about one of my best mates. He is literally the second most hardest man in the whole world. Have a look. Funny enough, he spent a little bit of time in the same nick as me. Because I was in jail, because I'm not ashamed to admit I've done some crimes, all right? You don't know anything about them, because those are all covered by Official Secrets Act, so I used to be a spy for the Russians. But I was in the nick with this bloke. You'll love him, right? Here he is. This is my mate I was in the police with. This is Paul. I was in jail with him. Here we go. That's our jail. We had a special way of doing our hair, like we was in a gang.
Old Prison's A-Wing is a special unit for the most difficult inmates in the prison system. Paul Sykes is one of the 8 men in the unit.
I've had 10.5 years for whacking screws and 10 years for whacking coppers. Yeah?
That's my cell there behind him.
I've never taken a liberty in my life. I've belted a few people. On every case, I was in the right.
Here's me coming out my cell, look.
Taking the liberties. And I did what John Wayne did.
See what he said then? Every time, right, it was them taking the liberties, they was winding me up, and I did what John Wayne did. What? You rode into town on a horse and went into the bar and said, come outside, and you went outside and had a big shootout with him. Is that what you did? Let's have a look.
Liberties. And I did what John Wayne did. What any sane thinking man would do, punched them right in the fucking earhole.
No. I've seen the Sands of Iwo Jima, and at no point does John Wayne punch the Japanese in the fucking earhole. And when he came out, right, he came out of prison, we became boxers. We used to train together, because I was like welterweight champion of Britain for 4 or 5 years running, then I'll give it up because I've done my leg. Right? But he went into heavyweight boxing. I think there's a bit of his dad talking about it.
And then about 3 fights, and he's done it like Bruno. He's done it now, hasn't he? Bruno's made up now. And I thought, I don't know another way for a working class lad to get money.
That's very, very sound philosophy. He's saying, my Paul, he could have been a new Frank Bruno. The public would have taken him to their hearts, wouldn't it? They'd have loved him just the same. I don't think he'd have had quite the same commercial possibilities. You can imagine the adverts, can't you? Paul Sykes. HP sauce. Eat it. Or I'll punch you in the fucking ear. So anyway, he did. I think I've got some of his. Here's him training. Look, he's a good fighter, bobbing and weaving. Look.
Gentlemen, if I can call you across here.
He also got a very elegant turn of phrase.
That was remarkable. How important is this fight for you on Monday?
Without swearing, it's shit or bust.
Typical Sykesy. Without swearing, it's shit or bust. I remember the first time we was in court together, and we was facing about 3 months probation, and the judge said, have you got anything to say, Mr. Sykes, before I pass sentence? And he come up with one of them. He went, well, Without insulting your mother, Your Honour, she's an old slag. 6 years he got. Now, if I could just draw your attention to this. Now, this is the classic, you see. Have a look at this, soapy water. Now, obviously, the lady of the house has come out, quite unknowingly, and she's cleaned her step. And the water's dripped, and that's super. And everything's fine till now, no danger at all. But let me give you this scenario. Suddenly, a cold snap. You see? You see where I'm going? Suddenly, icy conditions. Now, hold yourself there. Old lady, perhaps with a husband in a wheelchair, injured in the war, you don't know, pushing him along. Along they come. Now, suddenly, what we've got here is we've got black ice. Old lady comes. Oh, she goes. Back she falls onto this. Oh, spinal disorder. Right? Gentleman in wheelchair. Off he goes. Rolling along here. Comes to the curb. Hits this. Tips over, lying helpless in the road. It's that only a matter of time, isn't it, before the articulated lorry... or maybe this, maybe a Cortina with young joyriders in it. And then you've got the human element. Comes round, hits the old person, double casualty. That's what we call in the trade a double banger. 2 old people, pretty much for the price of 1, and all because of ice. You know, remember when we left Paul, right, he was being a boxer, OK? He's been a boxer for a while, and then he took up another job, OK? What he did was he opened a debt collecting agency.
One person who recommends the services of the Last Resort Debt Collecting Agency is local businessman Dennis Flint.
Dennis Flint.
He lined up a job that took Paul to Spain.
Dennis, hey there, me old pal. How are you?
Now, Dennis, right, well, I don't need to tell you about Dennis. You can see from where he lives. Beautiful old Georgian pile, which he hasn't tried to ruin by renovation. All the original windows, all the features, 2 beautiful cars, a roller there, a little corniche. A man of old money, old northern mining money, a man of style. I see tweed, I see brogues, ladies and gentlemen, with Dennis Flint. I think there's one word that can sum up the man who lives in this house, surely, and that word must be taste.
Did you make a living out of it?
You see what I mean? The beautiful, subtle understatement of the jewellery. The cigar, the imitation Rolex, and the obviously genuine hair. These are my bikes, right? What I'll do is I have a different bike each day of the week. Monday, right, I'll ride that one. Tuesday, this one. Wednesday, I'll ride this. This L-plate on, that's not mine. That's I lent it to my mate, Barry Sheen, right? That's Wednesday. Thursday, I'll ride this one. And then Friday, I'll just make a bit of a fool of myself on this one, really. But this one, it's Honda 50, but it's got a V12 engine. I'll get 180 out of that. Easy. It's only got 50 on the clock, but that's just there to, like, fool the policeman and that. 180. That's, top bike, that is. V12 engine. Now, where is that? I keep putting things down and losing them, right? I'm going to have that Battenberg later. Right, here we go. Now, where did we leave him? We left him... Oh, he just had his raffle, hadn't he? He just had his raffle. Now, there's my mate Paul again.
This is the best little city on earth. How do I know? I've been everywhere else. I'm here now, right on the family patch. Yeah, I know where it is. I've been. Nobody can tell me anything. I don't read Daily Mirror and Sun. I go and have a look. I go and have a look, and I've been. I've lived in the forests of North America.
Liar.
I've lived in the outback of the Ivory Coast.
Liar.
I've lived in India and Russia. I had my breakfast in Moscow. My tea in Wood Street, Nick.
True.
Yeah, I've been about it. I'm the only man in the history of mankind that has swum across the Straits of Johor. I had to avoid a police launch. It was either that or Changi. They've got me passport in Singapore. Yeah, I swam it. Yeah, nobody's ever done it before, not because of the...
Right, now then, let me just run this little thing by you. He swam across the Straits of Johor, right? Nobody's ever done that before, not because of the currents, but for another reason. Because one of the greatest dangers and the greatest fears that lives in the soul of man is the one thing we're all frightened of. For a second, he just can't quite remember what it's called, basically.
Yeah, nobody's ever done it before, not because of the currents or anything like that. Nothing like that. It's... sharks.
Sharks. You nearly forgot what lie you were going to tell then, didn't you?
But none of the locals go paddling.
You swam in sharks?
I know about sharks, yeah. I'm 6'3" and 16 stone, 200 weight, yeah, I'm swimming. These pumps, see these pumps, these were hanging around my neck when I done it, yeah. I thought, well,
Must be
Jaws,
true,
how
then.
the condition them, I know how the condition people, your Jaws, boom, 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 yeah. They're just flying about. You've got a night job work, your sharks will have a look at me.
Right, now, just hang on a second. He swam through sharks, and he's lived. Well, he must have had a harpoon then, simple as that. He must have had a harpoon or some of that American scientist stuff, which is repellent, and you spray it in the water like that, and it repels the sharks. That must have been what it was. Let's have a look.
Have a look. I don't think, yeah, I know how to do them. You punch them right in the fucking ear hole.
All that money Spielberg wasted on that film. They should have had Richard Dreyfuss right from the top, coming down the beach. They said, we got a shark, and Richard Dreyfuss goes, well, 10 for Paul Sykes, punch it in the fucking ear hole. Paul Sykes. I love him. All right. They're all my spy mates down there. Now, you're obviously saying to yourself, well, if Paul Sykes is the second most hardest man in the world, who's the third? Well, that's another mate of mine called Mick Rayner, who's done a brilliant programme called 99 to 1. Do you see that? I was in it. I was the one. It was 99 of them and me, and I've done them, right? Now, Mick's not in this bit, but his boy is, right? And he's a right lad. You'll love him. Have a look at this. This is Mick's son in a documentary that I'm very proud to have produced myself. Look at him. Here he is.
But the main reason the Hoolivan exists is to prevent large-scale disorder. Drink is normally the cause. This youth has been spotted as he repeatedly staggers across a busy road.
Young Mr. Rayner.
How old are you, mate?
18.
There you go, lie. How old are you? 18, liar. But his dad said, hey, son. I think Mick Rayner talks like that, I don't know. If you're ever out and you're drunk and the old Bill asks you your age, tell him you're 18, all right, and stare him out. OK? So he's all right.
You got anything with your name and address on? Any ID at all?
No.
No? What's your date of birth?
Oh, dear, now he's in trouble. No, he told me 18, Dad. He didn't clear me up. It's all right. Shut up. If I'm 18, my date of birth...
17.
17.
82.
1782. 212 years old. Remarkably well preserved. Out of fashion for that period, but doing very well.
I don't think you're going to be safe on your own here tonight. You're going to have to
No. So they're going to cart him off, but he's mixed, boy. And if there's one thing they teach in the Rayner family, it's dignity. At all times, dignity.
Who in fact is 17, is arrested for being drunk and incapable and later
I'll get in the van
cautioned.
now. Oh, you didn't warn me about the steps at all, did you? Ask him, go on.
What is it you want to know, darling?
The two little seater.
35.
35.
Pound.
It's called a lover's seat.
You get it? You and your old man will be in there. Well, get a lover
Get
then.
a lover in.
It's not for me, it's for my friend. She saw it this morning.
Yeah, 35 quid.
Pound, £35, tell her.
I know.
All right, well, I know what you like.
Yeah.
You come and you say £35. Shot.
All right, yeah.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell her.
I told him years ago, I said, get a sign saying mind the step. No good when they've fallen, then an hour later said, oh, mind the step, is it? Come on. Because you know, like, I'm the man who saved television, right? You know, Big Breakfast, I invented that, right? And Cracker, remember I made that and I starred in that, right? I was in that. And Fawlty Towers, I done that. I was slimmer and taller, right? So they've said, children's TV, that's in a bit of a state. Come up with an idea. And that's what I've come up with. Look, this show, right? Millsy's mallet, right? I'll wear these glasses and I'll be Mills and I'll be really mad, like, ha! Like total nutter, right? Because kids love that. And what I do on the show is this, right? I come down and I have this. It's my solid gold Millsy's mallet, right? And you get teams of children, say 2 teams of 3, and you ask them questions on general knowledge, sport, trivia, that kind of thing. And if they get it right, and they win a point, and the point builds up, and I say, what do points make? Prizes, right? And they win big prizes. That's my slogan. I thought of that, right? But if they get it wrong, here's what you do if you get it wrong, right? Say that's the kid there. If they get it wrong, right, you just take that spelling like that. That'd be great, wouldn't it? You'd watch that, wouldn't you? Oh, imagine, no, because it puts an edge on it. Puts an edge on it. You say, what's the capital of France? And they think, oh, God. And I'm there hovering, and there's a little clock going, did-it, bang, kid goes. I think it'd be a great idea for a show. Anyway, it's up to you. I've had all my love children down for the day. I give them a day out. They're all going back to Wales now. See ya. All right. Give my love to your mums, all of them. Give my love to all your Welsh mums. I spent a weekend in Wales, that was it. That's what you get. You know I've told you I was in the police, right? You know all about that, yeah? Right, okay. This is a police video, right? This is what we call them hidden camera things in the trade. And what I'm right up the top here with a camera, and I'm filming this bloke here, and he's a drug pusher, all right? He's a drug pusher. Have a listen.
But a camera mounted on a building opposite the pub recorded his every move.
There you go, selling drugs. Yo, while to go.
Here he is again, 3 days later, making another drugs deal in the same spot. Residents got used to the very public nature of the drug dealing. Here, sitting on the bike, is about to conclude another deal when an elderly resident, slightly the worse for wear, forces him to abandon it.
No, he forces him to abandon it because he's an old bloke and he was in the war. And he said, look, I fought for this country, right? Not for you to be selling drugs and peddling your filth. So he's gonna force him, he's gonna have a go at him, I think. I think he'll turn and have a go at him with his stick. But he'll stop him, by fair means or foul, he'll stop him. Oh, I've fallen. He's gone, hey, wait, I'll sell it in a... Oh, I'm a bit unsteady on my feet. He's trying to get him off his... Will you get off? Get off, push. But hey, will he make it? And he's off he goes there. That's it, drug buster, the fight against crime. Remember, like, before I was a spy, I used to do loads of other jobs, and I showed you one of them on the programme, and, like, everyone really loved it. In fact, just the other day, Fire Fawcett Majors, Kate Jackson, Jacqueline Smith, all phoned me up individually out of the blue and said it was their favourite bit. Because, you know, I know them from when I used to be Charlie in that other programme I made. So what I'm going to nip in my old house, and you have a look. This is, that's a programme that was made ages ago about me and a group of my mates, right? I used to do this other job when I was a lot younger. I don't know, some of you might have done it. Knocking. Not stealing, knocking. What you do is you get a load of hooky gear, basically, and you go around people's houses with it and trays, and you sell it to them, you knock it. It's just salesman, door-to-door salesman. And this is me and my mates doing it. That's me there in the tank top and the short-sleeved stripy shirt. That's what we used to wear. We was trendy in them days, right? I just show it to you because the happiest days of my life. Just us having a laugh, basically. There's the van we travelled in.
Wally.
Wally? That was a big word when I was a kid. Certainly, Wally. Frat. Here we go. Bang on the van, open the door, have a laugh.
Oh, me some money today, boys.
That's how we used to chat with each other when we was kids. Wally, and we obviously we had loads of great tricks we used to do.
Yes, yeah. Mate, have you got this thing, right? What? Got brakes on this thing or what? Yeah, you'll find out in a minute.
That was the best trick. You've done that. You know you've all done that. Got any brakes on this? We'll find out in a minute.
Yeah. Mate, have you
got any brakes? Find out in a minute. This is another top trick we played. We had this lad, right? It was his first day on the job. And we showed him the ropes, right? We gave him a little pep talk. But there was one thing that we didn't tell him. Here, coming out now. Bang the door open. That was, bye lads, see you later in the day, in our language.
First thing you've got to say, sorry to trouble you, like, so they're on your side already. Yeah. Sorry to trouble you, love, from the Handicapped and Disabled Rehabilitation Centres.
What you do?
Trying to sell a few small household goods, they collate and pack to assist with their own rehabilitation. Then you go for whatever you want.
He was my best mate, this little bloke, right? Right, here he is, look. And by the way, he rode the winner of the 10,000 guineas last year. That's Willie Carson when he was a kid. It's just, if you hear what he says, he's saying, like, this is what you do. You tell him that you're selling stuff collated and packed by the disabled and that you have got, you know, full ID, right?
Or whatever
you want to say. Let's go out and tell him, oh, mister, I've got some mucky gear if you want it. So we're telling him the ropes.
Yeah. You go things like... go through the box, it's in the box. Like, yeah. The first thing you come to is ironing board cover.
Ironing board covers?
Ironing board covers, there's two sizes, a standard and a large. That's guaranteed and things like that.
That's
Honourable
guaranteed.
cover standard large. Chamois leathers, dusters,
Chamois leathers
tea
made of
towels,
tissue.
rubber gloves, washing up sets, children's colouring books, note-lit sets, pegs, anything like that. So it's all priced and guaranteed. Take your checks, I know it's a bad day to come round, then you're on your side, all that sort of cake.
Because we took checks, we take access cards, we'll take anything we can grab while they're in the kitchen getting the money, basically. So we showed him the ropes and he's going to go and try and get a first sale. Come on. Ladies coming now. Remember what you've been told.
Sort of stuff, you know. Selling goods collated and packed by the disabled.
Good.
Here's my identification. I wonder if you'd be interested. I think we've got ironing boards, chamois leathers. Well, we've got some of these colouring books here if you'd be interested.
No, not ironing boards. Ironing board covers. Not surfboard. Surf. Never mind. He's passed over that mistake.
The ironing board covers.
She's got the kid there. She don't want to look mean in front of her kid.
One of those, please.
Yes.
If you like, everything's guaranteed.
Brilliant. He's got a sale.
Fine.
Well, if you'd like to take it out, you're going to have to take it out and have a look at it.
And this is the one thing we forgot to tell him. Whatever you do, don't say to them, you can take it out and have a look at it. That's the big mistake.
Yeah.
It's a nice
Okay.
one. I like the colour of that one.
Lovely colour. Nothing at all wrong with the colour. Any amount of colour. Oops.
Oh, okay, I can't take that one. It's practically ripped in half.
I'm sorry, honestly.
Who did you say it was packed by?
We said it was packed by disabled people. Hard-faced suburban bitch. Oh, what was she expecting? Someone down Harrods or something? All these people can hardly move. So he had the right hump with us anyway, because of what we done to him.
That one, really?
I don't know what to say.
Wrap it up, back in the bag, no sale. Terrible embarrassment.
You're not supposed to show her the gear, you idiot. You've got to check it out, you. We've got no fucking advice. Yeah, well, I ain't going to tell you when you're standing at the door.
Someone's played a trick on me, all right?
All the gear's pony, Paul, you don't.
All the gear's pony.
First door, give me a bit of coffee.
Yeah, but all the gear's like that, you wally.
It's all pony, you wally. Oh, they were great days, great lads.
Royal wedding.
The royal wedding, yeah.
we had Charles and Di oven gloves. We had Charles and Di kitchen things. We had Charles and Di photo albums.
Photo album, yeah. Charles and Di photo album. They were worth £2. They went for £5, wasn't it?
They was PVC covered, right? And they stuck a thing on it saying real leather. And of course, people were sort of going, yeah.
Charles and
£5 was charging for them.
That was the biggest joke.
That was the biggest written from.
Bastards. No, yeah, people pay £5 of their hard-earned money for a real leather Charles and Di photo album, and they're ripping them off. Bastards. I bought one of them, look. Charles and Diane, £5. Oh, never mind, I'll keep it anyway, because it's got such wonderful sentimental... Oh, my pictures. You want to see some pictures? I'll show you me pictures, look. Here's me when I was in the film Reservoir Dogs. Right? No, that is me. That's Mr. Green, Mr. Blue, Mr. Black, Mr. Yellow, and Mr. Blobby. Yeah, right? And there's me when I was in E17, right? Outside a chip shop. And here's me and a young lady friend of mine from Baywatch. Checking her for lumps, right?
And after that, it's on to the day centre where you'll lay the foundation, ma'am.
Do they have a trowel?
Yes, ma'am, that's all been arranged. And then it's on to Batsy, ma'am.
And all the arrangements have been finalised?
Yes, ma'am, there'll be a presentation tomorrow.
Driver?
Yes, ma'am?
Do the brakes work on this thing?
You'll find out in a minute, Your Majesty. Some of you people have been around before, haven't you? I've chatted to you before. And last time you were around, I showed you something. I showed you a little clip, my favourite clip. And no apologies, I'm going to show it again, because I think it is one of the finest things you're ever going to see, right? It's a football match, which obviously in this country means a fight. All having a fight. One man I think you should watch for very, very carefully in this fight is the man I call Morse, right? The greatest policeman ever, PC 304. On the radio. PC 304, there's a fight going on. Well, I can't see it. Don't don't want to get involved, does he? One more little look. I'm sorry, I know, I'm boring you, but I don't care. Look. It's all going on. It's all going on. Break it up. Well, I can't see it. We've got a tea break coming up. But these are the heroes of this bit, right? These guys on the terraces. These on the terraces. These guys, hard men, on the roof. We're going up there. We're going to watch the match from the roof, right? And they're all quite hard, but the hardest of all is him. Because they're all sitting down. He's standing up. Oh! Down he goes. Bless him. Look, let's have another look at him. Up you come. He's there, right? And I've said it before and I'll say it again. The man responsible here is him, right? Because he's holding a flag. And all he has to do is keep hold of this flag and he'll be all right. Just hold on to the flag. Hold on to it. No! There he goes. And he's there. And he wasn't... Oh, look, there's the copper. Back off the tea break. I don't want to know if they're fighting, but if they're lying unconscious on the ground, I'll be in there. I'll have a dig. No trouble at all with that one. So he's gone. And a little bit more of this now. This is the documentary I told you about that was made about my mates, the Knockers. This goes forward 10 years. This goes forward 10 years, and one of the lads who was on the knock with us is now desperately trying to find a job in the building trade. He's unemployed, which is a terrible blight on millions of people in this country. Ponytail. So he's going up now to see the foreman. No trouble for me, I'm in the building game. Cameraman hedging along behind him. Big bum shot there. So he goes and has a chat with the foreman and sees if there's any work. And basically there isn't.
That's what you said before, when they get the footage in. No. All right, mate, I'll give you another knock another time. Cheers, mate.
Sorry, mate, no work. And he now starts getting a bit strange, because his theory is this. Because he can't get a job in the building game ain't worth a toss anymore, all right? Everything's gone wrong with it, just because he's not working in it. Look. This ladder, for instance.
This is what's happened to the game. Like, this should all be tied up, and it ain't fucking tied up. It's bollocks, man. Know what I mean? They give us an hard hat to wear, but they won't put a clip on the fucking ladder.
Give us a hard hat to wear. They haven't given you one. It's only the people with jobs that have got hard hats.
You know the bus,
Job, no job.
All right, mate. All right, all the best. Nice.
I just want to show you this, right? Let's spin it back, nice and slow. He does this horrible thing now, which we all do. Have you ever been in a situation, you go in a room, in a pub, anything, and someone just says, get out, mate, nobody likes you here. And as you come out of the room or the pub, you see some of your friends, and you don't want them to know how humiliated you've been, so you start telling lies to the door and going, yeah, we had a great time, didn't we, lads? Super. Anyway, I've got to go. Yeah, I'll come back again and see you. That's exactly what he does. He gets sent out with no job and makes things up.
Nice one, mate.
Yeah, lovely.
What, back here? All right, Steve.
Steve? Nobody there called Steve.
God almighty.
Did you get a job?
He said come back in a couple of weeks, but I think with all that palaver...
Liar. He never said come back in a week. He said go away and never darken our building site again. And another thing, one of the few jobs I've never done is the building trade. Never worked in it. Maybe you have. Maybe you can... Is this a word that they use in the building trade? I don't know. It doesn't sound like it.
He said come back in a couple of weeks, but I think with all that palaver...
Palaver? Not a building man's word, is it? Oh dear, Terry's dropped his trowel. Oh, what palaver! Anyway, off he goes now.
It's bollocks. It's total bollocks, mate. The game's fucked. All I want is a job. At the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. It's bollocks.
All I want is a job. At the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. It's bollocks. Very poignant phrase, and it's actually taken from the Labour Party manifesto, I think. But he's a smashing... Did you recognise him, by the way? You did recognise him, didn't you? You've seen him before. No, look, I'll show it you again. He's the bloke out the football thing. Have a look. Yeah, all the best. Yeah, nice one, mate. What, back here? All right, Steve. God almighty.
So far there.
Bollocks, man. That's what's happened to the game. They should have had a clip on that roof. They could do that with a scarf and they won't put a fucking clip on the roof. It's total bollocks.
So you don't watch the game then?
Well, he said come back in a couple of weeks, but with all that palaver, I want a decent view. And at the end of the day, they ain't got one for me. The game's fucked. Right, this is my favourite bit. I'm going to carry on playing it. This is my favourite bit. This is where they have a fight, right? Because when we was young, we used to love to fight. I want you to watch the fight, and I want you to watch out for what I call the convenient sticks. Here they come. This is a rival firm, and they're on their manor, and they don't like it, OK? They're the Millwall mob. And he don't like it. Old Robin Asquith's got the hump, look.
What's all this about then? What are you talking about, eh? Knocking around our area, it's just my area. I thought, do you, is it? We're not there.
And they're thinking, hang on, how many are in that van? 1, 2... There's only about 3 of them. We could have them, couldn't we? There's about 7 of us, there's 3 of them. Let's have them, come on. Yeah, let's have them. Oh, bollocks, there's hundreds of them. Convenient sticks. Excuse me. There's a shop here that only sells sticks for fighting with, look. Good old fight. Oh, fight. Another thing, right? Any young people watching? Yeah, you fight these days. You fight with razors and bottles. In my day, you just gave someone a good kick up the arse, look. Kick him up the arse. And just on a very small point, let's bring this back. The other thing you did in those days, if someone ever attacked you with a stick, you just gave them a little slap like that. Watch this back here, watch. Oh, what a palaver! And a great piece of cowardice coming up. Look, everyone in the van. Come on! We'll have you! No, you're driving away in a van. No, come on! Terrible times. Lovely times, but violent times. And what made people fight? What made young men get to that stage where they had to physically beat each other? I think it was Sartre or Proust or someone said that there are only 2 types of people in the world and tried to define it in psychological terms. I think this next man explains it a little bit more clearly, really.
What happened was, me and this fella, we was knocking, and we come across this other firm, and they was on our prop, so we argued with them, like, said, you slags, you've been knocking our prop, like, in another firm, we don't like it. Because, like, we are the chaps of the road, like, you know what I mean? We do the best figures, right? Like, we're all football, and all the others were just muggy boneheads anyway, like.
We're football, they're muggy boneheads. Only 2 types of people in the world, football and muggy bonehead. Now, as a bit of a guide, I can tell you that I have actually written a little book about this, which is coming out in print in the new year, and this will explain to you. Come over here, I'll sit down, I'll show it to you. This explains exactly what is football and what's muggy bonehead. Yeah, there's a few things. Terry White, muggy bonehead. Jimbo and football. Anne, muggy bonehead. Nick, muggy bonehead. Anne and Nick, muggy bonehead. Bruce Willis and Demi Moore, muggy bonehead. George and Mildred, football. Simple as that. Chalk ice, football. Coffee Viennetta, muggy bonehead. Go to the toilet, football. Go to the toilet with someone waiting outside, muggy bonehead. And even football, right? See this football? This football, muggy bonehead. Now, isn't this a lovely innocent scene? A cat on a roof. But imagine a child. Imagine a small child sees the cat, thinks, all lovely, I'll stroke the cat. So the small child comes up, 10, 11 years old, and to get to the cat, obviously, on the bin, up he goes, like this. He's up here, tries to climb, slips, chin wedged there, scrapes all the way down, all the skin comes off the child's face, hits the bin, rolls out onto the road, once again, passing articulated lorry. What have you got there? Very, very badly injured child. And all because of a simple cat. Yes, you may look guilty. Lovely. Let me tell you what this is. It's South London, Old Kent Road, I think, somewhere around there. And this is the squad that go out in the big van to find anyone misbehaving in South London. Here, you can watch it.
It's 2 a.m. and time to go back to the Old Kent Road. Tonight it seems all quiet, until they discover a man staggering around with no shirt on.
Quiet at the road. Where is your mate? Just tell us where he is.
You're right here, mate. Oh, boys, get yourself there.
No, just
Come on, boys, get yourself together.
Where did you last see your
I'll
mate?
get rid of the boys. I'll get rid
No,
of the
hang on.
What you're about to see now is the first in the history of the Metropolitan Police. A man being physically ejected from a police van.
Are you getting anywhere?
Right. Get out.
He claims to have been attacked and sprayed in the face with ammonia.
I love that bit, because this guy's a professional voiceover artist on television, and hear what he did. Listen. He's made a really stupid mistake. Listen.
Are you getting anywhere?
Right.
He claims to have been attacked and sprayed in the face with ammonia.
He got it wrong, didn't he? It's not ammonia, is it? That's ridiculous.
I can't see it my bro. It's singing like squirting pneumonia in the mouth or whatever.
Yes.
I've been squirted with pneumonia.
Where did you been squirted with pneumonia? Stupid. It's pneumonia you get sprayed with.
You're going to go to the hospital?
I just did it now, mate.
Do you want to go to the hospital?
Well, fucking need to sort something out, mate.
It's obviously a GP, isn't he? But I think I'm having a minor heart attack. Do you think I should go to the hospital? Fucking got to sort something out, haven't we?
Did you last see your mate? Where?
Scaffolding's up down here, mate.
Scaffolding up there?
Come and have a club down there, right?
Which club?
Which club?
Which club?
It's not club, pub. It's you that's stupid. I'm the sensible one. Another thing I'm going to tell you, you have to really listen out for this. He's a South London boy, and as such, he's a bit of a ladies' man. And there comes a point where he discovers that one of these women, one of these police officers, is a woman. All right? And okay, he's had a bit to drink and he's got no shirt, but he's still a silver-tongued cavalier.
Let's go get it. That's no good talking, is it?
Henry Cooper.
No good talking, is it, baby?
No.
I'll give you another chance.
Henry Cooper.
No good talking, is it, baby?
No.
No good talking, is it, baby? He's trying to cop off. And this woman, South London woman, obviously disgusted.
Asking you where you've been.
No good fucking talking. It's no good talking. Get my fucking
How dare you speak to me like that? I was only a few weeks ago, me and my dad done some building here. I was helping him out. There's a bloke, really rich bloke, got a penthouse, he wanted an extension built, like conservatory, sun garden, all that. We done that for him. That's all right, that. That's great. It's ventilated and everything. That let the sun stream in there. That's smashing there. £140 you paid for that. Money well spent. Cheaper twice the price. That's my Auntie Lou, right? She lost all her shopping, right? She's never got over it. She had loads of shopping from Safeways and she lost it all. She's just been wandering around like that ever since. Tragic, really, but she's entitled. I'll just show you this one little bit more of this, right? This is what I was telling you about, the documentary made about me and my mates. And my best mate was the bloke who did this, right? He was the most haranguing salesman you can imagine in the history of the world, right? He's seeing this woman, he's giving her all the patter, and he's getting nowhere.
Pack the goods.
Shush!
Yeah. Do you want to buy something?
Shut up!
Well, what we do is, right, we sell the goods, right? Yeah. Some of the money goes towards the disabled,
some of the money, one pence.
For the day, seaside, things like that.
We sell dog poison.
Keeps people like myself at a job, keeps us employed. All the goods are reasonably priced, all of good value.
So he's giving her all the spiel, right? It's for the disabled, right? And she's just an impossible customer.
Not really.
No?
No.
Can't you buy?
I'm just not interested.
What's £1? What's £1.25?
£1.25, but I'm not interested.
You've got to be interested.
You've got to be interested.
But there's all disabled people everywhere.
Yes,
There's all disabled people everywhere. Horrible cow.
And you're not willing to help none of them?
I am, but not through.
Oh, I can't say no more than that, can I?
No, you can't.
Your attitude's really out of order, I think.
Right, thank you.
Your attitude's really out of order, I think. And quite rightly so. I told you before that my mate there, he was a brilliant salesman, right? He really was. And I know some good salesmen. My brother does double glazing. He sold about £400,000 worth of double glazing in 1 month. But even he will stand up and admit that the greatest saleswoman in the world is this woman here. Just let me explain briefly. She sells cosmetic surgery, all right? You want to have a nose job, you want to have your body improved, she's there to sell it for you. And anything that she can do to get a sale, she will do. It's my Auntie Pat, by the way. And they made a documentary about her, right? And, yeah, just watch it.
To get a picture of the sales methods used, we asked an actress to answer an advertisement for breast augmentation. We secretly filmed this meeting.
Because it's the boobs you want to have done, and I know why, because you're a tall lady, you've got big shoulders and you're flat there.
Big shoulders.
And it doesn't go with the rest of you, does it?
No.
You know, you probably don't feel right, do you?
Not really.
I mean,
well, I used to have boobs, that was the thing, I used to have them before I had children.
It's a very, very easy operation. The actual operation, Julie, only takes 45 minutes.
45 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only that nice.
Yeah, have a look.
You can't, I mean, they are so soft, what you feel, and I'll let you see what goes inside you.
Right. I'll let you feel it. I'll let you feel it and you'll see what goes inside you. Align with all you, surely.
It feels completely natural.
I mean, in my bust, it's so natural, there's no way.
Is there any scarring?
You can't even see it. I think it's only where my bra mark is, I hope.
There she is. The greatest saleswoman in the history of the world. That's her. Sorry about that. It is, I understand it's very difficult really to know what to do because, you know, you obviously don't feel right, do you? Because he's a very broad-shouldered man, isn't he?
He is a broad man, yes, but there's nothing...
Nothing.
No, before we had children, of course, it was different.
Yeah, before children it would be fine, obviously. Well, there is an operation we can do. Actually, it's very, very simple. The whole operation only takes 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
45 minutes, it's all done that night. So here, let me show you. Look.
No, thank you.
Well, you've got to want to feel.
No.
But there's thousands of men with small penises all over the world, and you don't want to ever feel.
Well, not yours, no.
Not a lot I can say then, really, is there?
No, there isn't.
Sorry, I think your attitude's totally out of order. Sorry. Right, now watch this, right? Don't let anyone know I told you how to do that. Look, right, phone card, right? Now just bend the corner. Right, now watch this, look, say nothing. Slip that in, right? Now, watch that. 888896, right? Now, just be very careful, right? But next thing you know, there you go. Say nothing, come on. Well, hello. They've asked me at Casualty to come along here to the village and see if there's anything that we can use on the show here. And I have to say, I've been in the village about half an hour and I'm already thinking Christmas special. Really is a bit of a wonderland for Charlie and Ash, this. We've got the steep stairs with cobbles. You can see over here we've got some very prickly vegetation. Imagine an elderly person leaning over trying to smell that particular rose. They'd be in there, any amount of cuts. But this is the one for me. You see this? Rather beautiful sculpture here of a child. Now imagine a short-sighted person, getting on a few years, a bit frail, thinks that's maybe their own grandchild. They come over, they try and hug it, and you see they'd smash their faces here, you'd have jawbone fractures here. And then, of course, this whole thing would topple. They'd go down there. A rather idyllic picture of a family picnic in there. Now imagine that thing gathering speed. It'd have the boy off the edge. It concussed the father. Oh, it's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely superb place for Casualty. Oh, have a look at this. You know, I do a lot of charity work. Obviously, you know that. I raise millions and millions of pounds every year for the poor in the third world. And I did a lot of work for the very poor people on the subcontinent. And very, very lovely lady, Mother Teresa of Calcutta, sent me this, which I think is lovely. I don't know if you can see that there. Darling, I love you. Beautiful gesture, all picked out there. And what I do with it, I use it. Look, what I do is I keep these in it. Look, they're OXO cubes. And when, like, Welsh people come round, I go, pineapple chunk? And I go, oh, it's a funny colour. And I go, no, that's what pineapples are like in my country. And I love it. But here we go. Another thing. How much do I love? What do I love? One of the most things I love in the world, right? Come on, you know me. What is it? Horticulture, right? That's gardening, okay? And this is one of my favourite blokes now. And he's going to tell you, definitely, how to make things grow really nicely. Here he is.
Hey. And when you plant, you want to get your head a nice straight line and get the roots in.
Richard and Judy.
Like that. And
put it in nicely.
plant a hedge about 18 inches apart is a good rule of thumb. This is hawthorn.
18 inches?
Yeah, 18 inches.
Look, Richard's having a panic. No, because he's thinking...
Which, not too close. You're gaining nothing. Because remember
he's thinking, no, hang on. I told Judy that was 18 inches. No, I didn't mean that. He's a lovely man, Richard, and he's never taken anything that didn't belong to him in his life. Right? So he's planting them away.
Yeah, they will. And you won't gain anything at all. No.
What about the firs? Do you plant them about the same distance apart?
You want to plant about 2 foot apart.
2 feet, right.
And then there's another secret with these.
Right, now, he's got them all. See how they are? They're all lovely. And he's got another secret with them, because he loves a secret. I'll tell you what it'll be, just from my knowledge I've got. Probably a bit of cold tea. Cold tea. Oh, funny enough, aspirin dissolved in water. That'll help them grow. It'll be something that'll help them grow up.
Next spring, the very end of next spring, just when they're growing, just when you think they're taking off, go like this.
Oh, no!
Cut it right down.
In the first spring?
Yep.
Yep.
So... Let me just get this straight. His secret gardening tip is plant them all very, very carefully, get them all looking nice, and then kill them. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's a good job he never chose to become a doctor, basically, isn't it? There you go, rosebush coming there to fruition. Now, this is my garden, one of my gardens, obviously, all the Chelsea Physic Garden, Kew Garden, St James's Park, Holland Park, all mine, but I do let members of the public use these. This is my private one. I like to keep this to myself for my hours of contemplation that I have. This is this beautiful little, just a little springtime display, nothing fancy, but one problem here, you can see, can you see this? Look, now that's just the beginning of an aphid there. Very dangerous on chrysanthemums, rhododendrons, anything like that. And what you have to do, thumb and forefinger, pinch it, not too tight, and just pluck that away. Pluck that away, which will cure it in the short term. But what you need to do to kind of stop that happening again is just come out, maybe 2nd, 3rd week in February, and just whacking like that, and things like this, just against the fence, anything like that, and then trees that just come up every left, right, and centre like that, and that'll be lovely. Now you come back here in April, May, and you see this will be beautiful, absolutely lovely, because the garden is a thing of joy, a thing of beauty, forever. Sorry. I normally get 20 seconds, and I didn't get... I'll start again, right? Because I screwed that up really badly. I haven't been doing television very long, right? actually, no. Listen, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's keep it going. Because what I'll do at times like this, right? Because I'll make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, right? Jonathan Ross very often phones me up sobbing, "Oh, I've made another mistake," right? That's kind of an ongoing thing with Jonathan and I. And basically, what the advice I always give him when he's done what I just did there is, hey, watch the Queen. Watch the Queen of television. See how she does it. And learn. Look and learn. That's the girl, ladies and gentlemen. Oprah Winfrey, by all means Oprah Winfrey. But Gloria Hunniford is the Queen of television. And all us people who are trying to carve a niche out, we watch her. Okay? Because otherwise you make mistakes like that. You're not ready, and you try and talk very quickly like that. This is Gloria, 20 seconds from transmission, showing you how it should be done. 20 seconds, Gloria. She's remembering her lines, she knows what she's got to say. 15 seconds, have a little cough. There you go. Right. Now, there are 3 very, very simple rules of appearing on television, and those rules are this. Teeth. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see a frowning face out there in TV land. They want to see a big smile. And also this. You see the way I'm talking to you now? Looks wrong, doesn't it? That's the way, isn't it? That's the way you look at people naturally like that, isn't it? And the other thing is this. You might have noticed sometimes I try and say far too much on far too small a breath. So make sure you've got a good lung full of air, your head's in the right position, your teeth are ready, and you too can be a star. 5 seconds. Teeth. Tilt.
Well, welcome to Telephone Live. This is the climax.
That's simple, ladies and gentlemen. That's all there is. There's no magic involved. That's all it is. Good common sense rules.
I've had our marketing for 6 years. Never been done yet.
Well, how did it get there, the old?
Through a leak in the bath.
Well, you got your bath on your roof. And you got a flat above you?
Yeah.
And their bath leaked?
Like this.
Where?
Right, I've got an house like this.
Right.
So the bathroom's at the back.
Right.
Right. And the front room's under the bath.
Right.
So where the bathroom was leaking, it come down, my ceiling all broke. I've been waiting for a new door.
How long?
6 years, Mark.
6 years you've had a hole in your ceiling?
6 years.
I probably think you like it now after 6 years. It's probably fitting.
And the plastering is all...
What?
The plastering is just... shit.
It's what?
Shit.
Oh, right, sorry, I thought you said chit.
No, shit.
Oh, sorry, all right, I didn't understand what you said. It's all pony. All right, well, I'll tell him.
Yeah, you tell him.
Oh, tell him, definitely.
Yeah.
This right here?
I told them every time.
This right here?
Yeah, Canterbury Street.
Canterbury Street. What name was it?
Welton.
Welton.
27. Just say Welton 27, because I've been down there so many times.
Welton 27, I'll tell them that.
And my mother, she's got damp in hers.
Your mother's got damp?
Yeah, she's got all plant. They've done it last
Hang on,
year.
your mother's got damp?
Yeah, she's got all damp in her passage.
Don't say that.
Come back and see, I'll take you in there now.
Your mother's got damp in her
passage?
Hi, welcome to Hollywood Corner. This is the postman, you know, gets weighed down coming around my house from all my Hollywood chums. They send me little gifts, just little tokens of the gratitude for the help that I've given them in the kind of acting lesson department over the years. This is one I'm very, very fond of. You might like take a little look at that. That's 2 doves, not real doves, obviously. That'd be very, very cruel, because they're encased here in glass. And I'll just play a little bit of this. It's just a little handle I turn and... That's the theme from Love Story. That's a beautiful gift. That was sent to me by the Bridges family. Jeff, Lloyd, Barry, who played for Chelsea in the late 60s, early 70s, never really made it in the movies. That was very nice. Another thing I'm very fond of here. This is from Henry Winkler, Ron Howard, and all the cast, all your friends on Happy Days. There it is. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You see, you've got the Last Supper there, and what else do you need? Spiritual guidance and a clock. Religion and time. Last Supper, last orders. Don't they go hand in hand? That's lovely. And one of my favourites, and you forgive me if I just wipe a tear from my eye at this point. Robert Wagner and Natalie Wood, 2 very, very dear friends of mine, and I was on the boat with them the night that Natalie took that fateful dive. And after the funeral, about 3 days later, Robert came to my house, very sad, forlorn figure he was too, in his trench coat and slightly misshapen hat. And he said to me, Bob, Natalie would have wanted you to have these. And isn't that very beautiful there? Some little magnets you can stick on your fridge. You see, there's a fried egg there, a watermelon, not real, but beautiful nonetheless. I think you'll agree with me there. All things that I get from my Hollywood friends. You know this village, right, it cost a load of money to make, and all the money was put up by my granddad, right, my granddad Charlie. And he got the money, he done a big blag. He ripped off a big security van. He got done for it, they caught him red-handed. But the people in the village, they've always, like, had a soft spot for him. They've always remembered him. Look, there's his coat of arms up there, see it? Underneath that, in Latin, in the stone, it says, caught red-handed. That's him. That's my Uncle Charlie. He built it. This is a programme that London Weekend Television put out. It's a very serious documentary. It's a fly-on-the-wall documentary. It's called The Estate, and it's about life on a housing estate in East London. And some of the terrible things that happen. The violence that lives very, very close to the surface in these communities, all right? Let's put it on, and I'll just talk you through it. Here we go. Now, I'll just explain to you what's happening, basically. Very attractive woman there, right from the start. Very, very good-looking girl, I've always thought. So handsome we've had to black her face out, right? Let me tell you what's happening. Imagine you're living next door to these people and they've got a camera crew around and they're going to be on national television. And, like, the next day, everyone in the country's going to see them and they're going to be celebrities and you're sitting there and you're all on your own and you've got nothing. And you think, I know what I'll do. I'll nip round and I'll try and get, like, Smize into a few shots like that. Show people what a nice, affable, likeable chap I am. Might even get an advert out of it, you never know. Just before I leave, I'll have a couple of drinks for Dutch courage. Other great thing about this family, best doorbell in the world, starts off as Born Free and then goes completely haywire. Have a listen. Born Free. Now, just before we go any further, bit of a tip for you. bit of a showbiz tip. If you're going to go on television, it's your first appearance, get yourself a catchphrase. Like, nice to see you nice. Swinging, dodgy. Some that people immediately recognise you by. This bloke's got a corker.
Oh. Fuck off. What are you doing?
Now, I have to say, I don't know if you missed what he said then. Hang on, let's have a... Hang on. No, we caught that one. He's got a little speed. Listen. That is dead. Now, this is one of his other charming characteristics. He says things are dead, when it's patently obviously they're not. And he also says things are gonna die, but they're not. It's just a bit of a gag, right? Now, he does look like Lester Piggott. Now, his mate Ian is about to appear on the scene. Now, Ian's got a problem. He wants to find out what's the matter with his mate. OK, fair enough. Now, there's two ways that you can do this. Either quite deep-rooted psychoanalysis to find out where his angst is coming from, or you can just ask him, what's the matter, mate? 15 times. Ian goes for the latter route, obviously. 1, 2, 3. Another very good-looking girl there.
Shirley, come here. Right, mate.
Right now.
Come here.
Next time you touch me, you're dead.
Hang on. Have they got a dog? Has anyone seen a dog in this room? There's no dog, is there, in that room? Where's that noise coming from? Listen. Shush, listen. He's growling! He's got the catchphrase and the growl. He's Mr. Showbiz as far as I'm concerned.
Get me a drink. Get me a drink.
Now, he's coming to his own now. We know he can do all the catchphrases, he's got all the chat, he can growl like a good un. But now because we didn't like him, we thought he's come in, he's behaved hideously to this woman. But now we love him, because he can do the thing that only a crazy Uncle Bernie could do, or the double-jointed boy from school could do. He can do this, have a look. What? Ready?
Get me a drink. Get me a drink.
He can do the arm trick. He's everything I've ever wanted to be. But look, let's get a bit more serious now. He's come in, he has behaved quite appallingly, and what we need to know is what is the matter with him? What's caused him to behave like this? What's his problem? Let's see if we can find out.
That prat answered the door to me.
Bollocks. That prat answered the door to me. Bollocks. Perfectly reasonable explanation for his behaviour. There's my nan's house, right, my gran, right, Granny Rose, and she lives here, and don't say nothing, right, because she can't walk very well, she has a wheelchair. And what we do on a nice day, we bring her out and we put her in a wheelchair. There, see? There she goes, she sits here, and she's happy as Larry. Sits here, it's got a nice view. She has a couple of cans of lager, and, look, she'll have something to eat, look. She'll have something to eat out here. It's like picnics for her, the old girl, she loves it. She'll sit there, a treat, she'll sit for hours there, just looking. She's happy. Now, they've had a bit of a ruction, Ian and his mate, and what they've done now is they've gone out on the balcony to sort it out. It's a lovely summer's evening, they've gone, let's just go out on the balcony and have a bit of a chat. Man to man. There they go.
Come on. Get off. Get off. Next time you move that, I'm going to kill you.
I'm going to kill you. He's threatening to kill him again. Growling. He can growl outdoors just as well as indoors. And he looks even more like Lester Piggott in that light. Now, here we go. What they're doing now, they're just having a bit of a heart-to-heart now, just talking a few things through, all right? I'll just run it through, you can just watch it. It's only a minute or so. Just watch it and see what they're like.
I don't hate you. No. All I'm going to do is hit your in prat that comes near me. Am I?
Hey, Tom. You just said...
Well, that shows you how I hit people.
No, it's not. Right then.
Sorry, mate.
No.
That just shows you why I do people.
That was a nasty thing to do.
Hey, so that.
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, Millsy, this is just a bit of mindless violence. There's no rhyme or reason at all in anything they're doing. But in actual fact, we'll go through it again and you'll see that everything this man does, he does for a sane, sensible reason. Let's just have a look.
I don't want to hit you.
I don't want to hit you. Stick with that remark. Whatever else happens, you're my mate. I don't want to hit you. That's completely out of the question that I should ever hit you. Oops! Upon my soul, bless my word, what have I been and gone and done now? I've only gone and hit you, ever so sorry.
You just well, that shows you how I hit people.
No, you just hit me full right hand.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry, mate. No, he's apologised now, fair enough. But why does he keep doing it? Why does he keep hitting him? Listen.
It just shows you why I do to people.
That just shows you why I do people. That is how I hit people. I don't want to hit you, but if I was perchance going to hit you, that would kind of be the tempo of the whole thing. Absolutely incredible.
That was a nasty thing to do.
Hey, ça va.
Et ça va. You know what this is, don't you? Persian chili balimalba. But that's one of the reasons I used to escape from this village all the time, because you can't get proper Persian chili balimalba here, right? So I used to go home and I used to get my mate to come around and make it for me. He's like a top chef in a hotel. He makes brilliant stuff. I mean, I try and make Persian chili balimalba here, but it ain't the real thing. But, oh, I love it. This is a man I watch all the time. I'll let you see it now. He's a particular hero of mine because I'm a young lad trying to make his way in show business, all right? I'm 23 years old and I want to make it big. And so I watch this man because he's like a guru. He's my rabbi, right? Because if I could be half as good technically as Mr. Nigel Dempster, I'd be very happy, all right? First rule of television, find your camera. It's no good doing that. No good me trying to talk to you and looking off there. Got to find the camera. Nigel's on a boat.
And I'm coming to you directly from a helicopter
Nigel,
which is above us. I hope you can hear.
Camera's
and
over
what is
here.
More,
That's it. He's got
tonight
it.
I'm going to be out and about in London meeting people who are celebrating similarly. Those who have got other things to celebrate, like LGBT.
Move away.
Those
Cameraman trying to disassociate himself.
Here with me is Sergeant John Gospage. Good evening, John. Good evening. How many launches have you got here?
We've got 4 boats patrolling this section this evening.
And I imagine this is a 24-hour job.
Yes, it is.
No, we go home at night.
People
can do what they want.
What sort of villainy is out on the river?
There are all sorts. There's a lot of private craft out here.
Great question coming up.
There's a lot of thefts from boats. We have people who jump off bridges that we rescue, and bodies, of course, that we recover.
No. I imagine the people who jump off bridges aren't doing it just to have a swim.
Not in every case, no.
What would you say to anyone looking tonight? Would you suggest that they jump off a bridge?
Would you suggest they jump off a bridge? River policeman? Oh, I've got somebody here from the fire brigade. Anyone looking in tonight? What would you suggest? They leave a cigarette smouldering by the curtains? And gentlemen here from the traffic police. Any advice? Have 12 pints of lager, drive 120 miles around the M25? Nigel, you're a hero.
The water's dirty, is it? Water's dirty.
Yeah.
And while Gary Wells, PC Gary Wells is driving, I've got on my left here Dick.
And what exactly? Let's have a look here. I missed the name of the bloke there. Who have you got on your left?
PC Gary is driving, I've got on my left here Dick. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
You're
Thank
Dick.
you very much.
Dick Patterson. Have you had any crime on the river in the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I killed a fish.
Very little, very little. It's been very quiet. I think they're building up for the LWT 21st anniversary.
What would you advise any villain tonight? Stay away?
No, come down here. Because there's going to be millions of people, any amount of pickpocketing, and they'll all park their cars, have the windows in, take their stereos. They don't deserve to have stuff. Nigel, let's carry on, because I love him.
I'm here on the embankment next door to the only floating police station in the world, and I'm actually looking for a lift. But it's got to be a special sort of lift, because I want a car that's also celebrating a birthday, and believe it or not, this is the 30th anniversary of the Mini. Do you remember the Mini?
Do you remember the Mini? Yeah, they still make them, Nige. That's like saying, do you remember this afternoon?
Well, I'm trying to find one. Somewhere on the embankment here,
where could
there's a
there
Mini.
be one?
I shall find one.
Surely they haven't set one up.
Come back this way.
Oh, there's one!
A white, beautiful Mini, and inside, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the 80s. Kathy McGowan.
I don't know if you... Kathy McGowan's in the car, right? And she was a big star in the 60s, OK? And what he wants to say is, Kathy McGowan, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the 80s. And he realises that she ain't done nothing since the 60s. And he bites his tongue, listen.
A white, beautiful Mini, and inside, a star of the 60s and an even greater star of the 80s. Kathy McGowan, how are you?
Can't bring himself
Are you going to drive me anywhere I want?
can he?
Trust me to be very safe with you.
You're the safest driver. Kathy, can we go to Savoy?
Yes, the Savoy.
Look, on the Savoy.
On we go,
Right, on the
straight to the
embankment,
Savoy.
Go straight down the embankment, turn right, across Parliament Square, up Victoria... Or just stop there, then. Just pull in and stop there. That's all you need to do, really. Oh, I love him, Nigel. I'm sorry, this is awfully rude, isn't it? I'm starving. We've been here quite a while, chatting away. I'm hungry. I'm just having some Persian chili bali malba. Have you ever had that? Do you like it? No, Persian chili bali malba. Oh, it's ambrosia. It's food of the gods. If you're ever in a restaurant and they're serving Persian chili bali malba, get some. It's absolutely brilliant. I'm sorry, I've had enough. I'll have some later. Persian chili bali malba. We'll have a bit more Nigel. I love it.
I'm going to go back to the Savoy because Nigel should have made it down below into the kitchen. So I hope
he's
he
the
got
king
some
of
goodies
TV
there.
technique, Nigel. Nigel, you're on. Nigel. Nigel!
Here in the pristine cleanness of the Savoy kitchens
that's
is
my
the
mate, the
maître
chef.
cuisine.
He comes round my house and makes my food.
Now, what are you going to prepare for the 21st birthday of LWT and the 100th birthday of the Savoy?
We're going to do a Persian chili bala malba.
I knew he'd do it!
Nigel, where are you?
I am on the 6th floor of St Thomas's Hospital with midwifery's...
Right, Nigel's now at St Thomas's Hospital. It's the 21st birthday celebrations of London Weekend Television. What they've decided is this. They're going to find a baby who's born today, closest to, I think, 6 o'clock, which is the time they first went on air. That'd be a wonderful thing, wouldn't it? And this would be their kind of special baby. So he's going to see if there is one.
Emma Kirk. Emma, any babies?
Yes, we've got 5 babies who were born today.
Which is the most recent?
Travis.
Come
Travis.
please,
See you.
please, come on.
Baby Travis.
Is this Travis's mother?
Is this Travis's mum?
Travis's mother, Elise.
Yeah, this is Travis's mum, Elise.
Elise, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
And what's the little baby called?
What's the little... Come in. Good morning, sir. Can I take your order for breakfast now? Yeah, just give me some scrambled eggs, would you? Anything with that, sir? No, just the scrambled eggs, thank you. Just the scrambled eggs, then, is it? Yes, just scrambled eggs. Certainly, sir. And how would you like your eggs, sir? So there you go. That's the end of my video. You loved it, didn't you? It was brilliant. Just a small postscript, right? They wanted to give me loads and loads of dosh for doing it, but I went, hey, no, you give that to the poor people. But then I got this. This is off Boutros Ghali, Secretary General of the UN, and it's just a small token of his esteem. Isn't it beautiful? That's from him, his wife Margaret, and his kids Elaine, and Terry Ghali. It's really fabulous, but ask yourself, what is that? Pillbox? No. Somewhere to keep false eyelashes? No, you're never going to get it. Look. Ashtray. Absolutely beautiful. But where'd you keep your cigarettes? Right there, look. That is absolutely gorgeous. Thing of beauty. And to me, totally sums up Mr. Boutros Ghali. Well, after all that palaver, I'm going now. See you later. Here, you should have had a clip on that boat, mate.
You know Nish.
What are you talking about?
I want to know, but you know nothing.
Well, what is there to know exactly?
Lots.